Most people think the rich pay more taxes. They don't. In fact, many billionaires pay less taxes than their assistants. Not because they're criminals, because they know the rules. Rules you were never taught in school. And today, we're revealing all of them. Part 1. The Big Lie. You've been told to go to school, get a job, and pay your fair share. But the 1% live in another system. They don't earn money, they move assets. They don't get paid. They borrow against wealth. They don't retire. They die with debt, legally. That's not evasion, that's education. Part 2, Buy, Borrow, Die, the Elite Blueprint. This is the golden tax strategy of the ultra-rich. 1. Buy appreciating assets, real estate, stocks, private companies. 2. Borrow against those assets at ultra-low interest rates, sometimes 1 to 3%. 3rd, die, and pass those assets to heirs with a step-up in basis, wiping capital gains tax clean. Jeff Bezos can take a $500 million loan backed by Amazon stock and pay 0 income tax. Why sell and pay capital gains when you can borrow tax-free? Banks love this, because if you default, they take the asset. But if you're rich, assets only go up. Part 3, Trusts, Shells and Secrets. The rich don't own things, their entities do. They use dynasty trusts, lock in family wealth for centuries. LLCs and shell companies to distance themselves from liability and ownership. Foundations to donate and control assets while gaining tax benefits. That beachfront property, it's owned by a trust. The yacht, chartered through a shell company in the Cayman Islands. They enjoy everything, own nothing, and pay almost 0. Part 4, the offshore game. In the Bahamas, Singapore, Switzerland. There are banks you've never heard of. They don't advertise, they don't need to. The 1% use offshore accounts, shadow banking, and dual citizenships to move money around the globe. Why? Because taxes are for the visible. If your assets are private, they're practically untouchable. Want to learn how to legally lower your taxes, invest like the rich, and protect your assets? Check the links in the description. We've included tools and strategies used by the top 1%. Don't work harder, work smarter. Part 5. But can you do this? Yes. Here's how to apply this even if you're not rich yet. LLC your side hustle and start deducting expenses. Borrow against assets, not labor. Use Roth IRAs and index funds for long-term wealth with low tax friction. Invest in real estate. Get depreciation, leverage, and control. You may not buy a jet yet, but you can write off your laptop, your office, your travel, if you're structured right. The game is rigged, but the rules are public. Part 6. The irony of the system. Middle-class people are overtaxed because they earn W-2 income. They're the easiest to track, penalize, and pressure. Meanwhile, billionaires use debt, entities, and legal gaps to avoid paying a cent. And the government? They let it happen because the rich fund campaigns, hire ex-politicians, and build the system. If this video opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button because we're revealing more secrets of the 1% every single week. Money is power, and power belongs to those who understand it. Stay sharp, stay free.